Summary of Chapter 8. Jinnah embraces the politics of othering and polarization. 1. Formation of a united front against the Congress. The Congress Party's secular democratic inclusive ideology was seen as a threat by the Muslim League, Hindu Mahasabha, RSS, and other parties. The scheduled castes and the Dravidian population of South India also had serious concerns about a Congress dominated by upper caste Hindus in a post-British India. Dr. Ambedkar, leader of the Dalits, E.V. Naikar, also known as Faiilures, leader of the non-Brahmin movement in South India, and Jinnah met in early January 1940 in Bombay to discuss forming a united front against Congress. 2. Gandhi's proposal to Jinnah and Jinnah's response. Gandhi humbly suggested creating an alternative national party consisting of Muslims, scheduled castes, Dravidians, and others. Jinnah dismissed the suggestion because of his cardinal belief that India was a subcontinent composed of nationalities, not a single nation. Jinnah encouraged Dravidian leaders to demand a separate state Dravidistan, but to Ambedkar, he provided no substantial support. Dr. Ambedkar and Naikar were disappointed and moved away from Jinnah. 3. World War II and demands for independence. In the wake of World War II and his courtship of Viceroy Linlithgow, Jinnah was not interested in being the leader of an amorphous mix of scheduled castes, Dravidians and Muslims. Therefore, he spurned all overtures to build an alternative nationalist party vis-a-vis the Congress. Congress passed a resolution on the 18th of March 1940 in its annual session, demanding immediate independence from imperialist rule and rejecting pledges of granting India dominion status. At that time, British strategy was mainly to checkmate Congress's ambition to drive the British out. 4. Jinnah sidelines the Punjab Unionist Party. The epicenter of Muslim separatism shifted decisively and irreversibly from the Muslim minority provinces to the Muslim majority provinces in the northwestern and northeastern zones of India. Punjab was the largest and economically most advanced province in the northwest. British used Punjab as a base for the Great Game to prevent Russian advances in Central Asia and the subcontinent. Britain undertook extensive modernization and development in Punjab. Land was granted to retired army personnel, loyalists, and agricultural castes from overpopulated eastern districts and northern Punjab. British, through their martial races theory, selected some Punjabi castes and regions for preferential recruitment into army. Punjabi representation in Indian Army during both World Wars exceeded that of other linguistic nationalities, with Muslims constituting majority of Punjabi troops. The host of the 27th Lahore session of the All India Muslim League, the 22nd to the 25th of March 1940, was the Punjab's premier, Sir Sikandar Hayat Khan. On the 19th of March, the police had opened fire on the semi-military Coxar Turek, founded by Allama Inayatullah Khan Mashriqi in 1931. Fearing that anti-British Coxars would disrupt the meeting, British loyalist Sir Sikandar had banned all political manifestations in Lahore. Jinnah embarrassed his host Sir Sikandar by showing overt sympathy for Coxars. Jinnah sensed an opportunity to make the crucial breakthrough in Punjab by sidelining Punjab Unionist Party. 5. Jinnah's foundational two-nation speech, the 22nd of March 1940. After the war was declared, the Viceroy, Lord Linlithgow, naturally wanted help from the Muslim League. It was only then that he realized that the Muslim League was a power. For it will be remembered that up to the time of the declaration of the war, the Viceroy never thought of me but of Gandhi and Gandhi alone. The Viceroy never thought of me before. We stand unequivocally for the freedom of India. But it must be freedom of all India and not freedom of one section or, worse still, of the Congress caucus and slavery of Mussalmans and other minorities. He, Gandhi, is fighting the British. But may I point out to Mr. Gandhi and the Congress that you are fighting for a constituent assembly which the Muslims say they cannot accept. It is extremely difficult to appreciate why our Hindu friends fail to understand the real nature of Islam and Hinduism. They are different and distinct social orders, and it is a dream that the Hindus and Muslims can ever evolve a common nationality. And this misconception is the cause of more of our troubles and will lead India to destruction if we fail to revise our notions in time. Muslim India cannot accept any constitution which must necessarily result in a Hindu majority government. Hindus and Muslims brought together under a democratic system forced upon the minorities can only mean Hindu Raj. 6. Jinnah's understanding of core of Islam. Jinnah praised the views of Hindu Mahasabha leader Lala Lajpat Rai. He called Rai a great Hindu who understood Islam correctly, that there could not be any harmony between Hindus and Muslims. By invoking Lajpat Rai's strict interpretation of Quran and Hadith as proof, Jinnah tried to show that it was not Jinnah's own personal opposition to any nation building with Hindus, but that the sacred scriptures of Islam forbade any such attempt. He rubbished the belief of Gandhi as well as Bengali leader C.R. Das, who was famous for supporting the idea that Hindus should be willing to make generous concessions to Muslims so as to placate their fears of Hindu domination. 7. Jinnah's negotiations with the British. Jinnah's price for the Muslim League supporting the war effort was that no declaration should be made by the government about the future constitution of India without the approval of the Muslim League, and without its approval and consent, no settlement of any question should be made with any party behind their back. Jinnah further demanded that British should meet the demands of the Arabs in Palestine. He wanted the British government to give the League the assurance that Indian troops would not be used against any Muslim country or Muslim power. British had given assurances to Muslim leaders that their interests would also be protected through Muslim enclaves being established in Hindu-majority areas, perhaps in line with Rahmat Ali's Balkanization ideas. 8. Lahore Resolution passed on the 24th of March 1940. Leader of Bengal, Maulvi Fazl-ul Haq, moved the resolution on the 23rd of March 1940. Sir Zafrullah, an Ahmadi stalwart and British loyalist, and his admirers claim that the Lahore Resolution was his brainchild, a claim confirmed by Wali Khan. The resolution begins by a categorical rejection of the federal scheme that was introduced by the India Act of 1935. Independent states should be established in the northwestern and northeastern zones. The independent states are to comprise units which are to be autonomous and sovereign. Constitutional provisions must be included to safeguard the interests of the minorities. No exchange of population is proposed. Intriguingly, among those 14 speakers who supported the resolution, 8 were from the Muslim minority provinces. Region-wise, the greatest representation, of 6, was from the Urdu-speaking belt including the United Provinces, the Central Provinces and Bihar. So, any division of India based on the idea of Muslim states in the northeastern and northwestern zones of India, as demanded in the resolution, could not include the Muslim minority provinces in those states. Presumably, the hostage theory was considered effective enough to prevent wrongs being done to Muslims in Hindu India. That is, if Muslims in Hindu India were not treated well, then Hindus in the Muslim states could face the consequences. 9. Responses to Lahore Resolution. In public, Viceroy Lord Linlithgow considered the Lahore Resolution extremist, impractical and silly, but did not dismiss it outright. British government's main interest in March 1940 was to encourage Muslim opposition to the Congress. The Lahore Resolution did not guarantee the creation of Pakistan. Lahore Resolution created panic in the Congress ranks. It was forthwith assailed in the pro-Congress and other Hindu press as the Pakistan Resolution. Sir Sundar Singh Majithia, leader of Khalsa Nationalist Party, moved a resolution 1 week after the Lahore Resolution countering Muslim League. He said that Sikhs would not tolerate the undiluted communal Raj of any community in Punjab, which is not only Sikhs' homeland but also their holy land. His statement was directed at Sir Sikandar, whose Punjab Unionist Party was supported by Majithia's Khalsa Nationalist Party. Sir Sikandar renounced his support for the demand for Pakistan on the 11th of March 1941, when he said in the Punjab Legislative Assembly, "We do not ask for that freedom where there may be Muslim Raj here and Hindu Raj elsewhere. If that is what Pakistan means, I will have nothing to do with it." With the contours of a Pakistan now associated with geography, it began to assume a tangible form. It appealed widely across the class structure to all Muslims.